Wright, the orchestra teacher here at Southwest Middle School. So one of the most frequently asked questions we get is, when I sign up for music, what do I have to have? And the answer is going to be a little bit different for every class, for band and orchestra and choir. So I'm going to go over some of the orchestra requirements today. A lot of the items, at least for orchestra, a lot of the items that we need for orchestra that you have to purchase in your first year will take you all the way through. There are very few things that you have to purchase later on in orchestra because you can use much of the same materials all the 3 years. And if money is a problem or an issue, please wait until the end. We have ways to help all of our students. So as you're listening to me talk about these items, don't let money get in the way of participating. If you really want to do music, we will make it happen for you. So these instruments that I have behind me are a violin, the smallest and highest sounding instrument, and a viola. You can see it's a little bit bigger instrument. If you play violin or viola in orchestra, generally speaking, you will rent or purchase one of those instruments, and then you will bring it back and forth with you. Historically, our upper string classes have been on A-days. So every A-day, you will carry your violin or you will carry your viola. The good thing is they're not very big, so they can fit with you on the bus. You take them, drop them off here in the morning, and then pick it up. You have class, and then you pick it up with you on the way out the door in the evening. The two instruments I have behind me right now are the cello and the bass. These are our low-string instruments. And don't let the size scare you. We have different sized instruments for different sized people. If you play one of these instruments, we do have enough instruments to supply you during the school day. So on a B day, you would be responsible for bringing your binder, which I'll show you in just a moment, and any other music materials, but the actual instrument and the bow, we have them here at school for you. So we provide you one to use during class. Now, understanding we provide one to use for you, but you have to be very serious and very careful about taking care of the instrument. With cello and bass, obviously it's too big to take on the bus back and forth, a little bit too big to carry in the car every single day. So what our cello and bass students do, it's kind of split halfway. Some of our low-string students will rent or purchase a bass or cello to keep at home. So they have a cello for home practice and then a cello to use here at school. Or they work out practicing in the morning. Every morning during arrival, which is typically a half hour before school starts. Right now our bell rings at 8 o'clock, so from 7:30 to 8, students are allowed to come into the orchestra room and you are allowed to practice. And that is any day, not just an A-day or B-day, but you're allowed to get that practice time in. No matter what instrument you are playing in orchestra, you have got to get practice time in. So that will be up to you and your family to discuss how you're going to work out getting an instrument or how you're going to work out getting access to like a cello or bass to practice. Beyond the instrument, there are some other required materials that we have in the orchestra class. And so one of the very first things I require for orchestra class is a binder, just a black binder. So this is one of those things you could go purchase on your own, or I'll tell you at the end what we offer here. You also must have a music theory workbook. It's called Fundamentals of Music Theory. This is where we learn the grammar of reading music, of reading and playing music. So just like you have a math workbook or a language arts workbook, this is the workbook part of orchestra. So this you get directly through me. And when I say through me, I don't mean you're actually paying me. We have a booster organization, and we have to buy these directly from the publisher because they're not just available like at regular bookstores. One of the next things you will have to have is this String Basics method book. The method book is where we learn how to play the instrument. There is a separate book for each instrument. So one for violin, one for viola, cello, and bass. And we tell you all of that information at the beginning of the year. There is also another requirement for Southwest Middle School Orchestra students, and that is the performance polo. This shirt works as our performance. Anytime we're performing, anytime we go out into on a field trip, like to go see the symphony, this is our attire. We have an orchestra uniform that we wear. So once you purchase this, it's good for all 3 years. There are some other little things that you have to get for instruments, and that's the case with any instrument. So if all of that was a little bit confusing, at the beginning of the year, we go over all of these things again and try to make it really streamlined. We offer an orchestra binder that you can purchase right from the boosters, and it's got everything in it that the kids need, so you don't have to go to all these different places and purchase all the bits. The polos you'll purchase through the boosters near the beginning of the year as well. And then the only thing that you guys have to do on your own is obtaining instruments. So you would go to some of our vendors, recommended vendors, and you figure out if rental or purchase is right for you. If you've been listening to this and you're like, I really want to play that instrument, like it's calling to me, I really want to go play, but I just don't know that my family's in the financial place to provide, please reach out for help. We still want you in this class. We do have some school-owned instruments that we are able to provide to those students, but there are pretty strict parameters on it. So first off, the instrument does not belong to you. It still belongs to Southwest, it belongs to CMS. What I want in an orchestra student is the ability and willingness to do hard work and take care of your instrument. I need hard workers. You don't have to be the most musical person, you don't have to be the smartest person, you don't have to have the highest test scores. I want hard workers. So if you are willing to work very hard and you're willing to, there is a contract you have to sign that you're going to take care of the instrument, we do have instruments available to provide. We can't provide usually everybody, but we can accommodate those who need help. So if you're thinking about this and you're like, man, I really would like to do this, but I'm not sure my family can afford it, please sign up and then send me a note early on. The earlier I can make plans, the better. And I'll tell you a little story about myself. So when I was in middle school and high school, my main instrument is the bassoon. It's not a string instrument. It is very expensive, very, very expensive. So there was no way that my family, with 4 children coming up through school, there was no way that my family was going to be able to buy me a bassoon. So I used a school bassoon, and my mom just made sure to buy my book every year that I needed, and my reeds. If you are a hard worker and you are careful and thoughtful, we have got a place for you and we can help provide for you. I just hope that all of you are very excited by seeing all of the different things that go into playing an instrument, and hope to see you here in the orchestra room.
Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Myers and I am the band teacher here at Southwest. If you choose to take 6th grade beginning band, you will need to think about what instrument you think you would like to play. You can choose from the flute, the clarinet, the alto saxophone, the trumpet, the trombone, the baritone, tuba, and percussion. You will need to narrow your choices to your top 3. While most students are able to play their first choice, sometimes it has been necessary for a few students to change over to their second choice, and in very rare occasions, even their third choice. In band class, I have to take into consideration what is called instrumentation. In other words, I cannot have 85 flutes and 1 drum player. However, on the flip side of that, I cannot have 85 drummers and only 1 flute player. That type of instrumentation does not make a band. For that reason, I ask that you give your first 3 choices great thought. There is no prior music experience necessary to take 6th grade beginning band. Even if you have never had music lessons, or you may have never even held any of these instruments that you see now, that is okay. I start from the absolute very beginning. I will show you everything there is to know about understanding and reading music. I will show you everything there is to know about how to hold and make sounds out of your instrument. During your first year of beginning band, we will spend time learning the basics of your instrument, producing good characteristic sounds from your instrument, and mastering simple playing exercises from your beginning band book. In addition to your desire of playing your instrument, I ask that all of my students be committed to their music and mastering their instrument. That can only be achieved with you making a commitment of practicing your instrument. Unfortunately, I will not be able to play the instrument for you, nor will I be able to practice your instrument for you. That desire and commitment will have to come from you. Instruments are an investment for parents. From my experience, I know that the initial investment can give a student a lifelong gift of music. There are various music companies here in Charlotte that have very affordable programs for parents to secure an instrument for their child. I will be distributing that information to those students and parents that may be interested in 6th grade beginning band. I do ask that you do not go out and get an instrument at this time. 6th grade beginning band does take an extra effort in music making. The best part of it all is that it is fun. In 6th grade beginning band class, we are a team and we support each other, even when we make some very interesting and pretty wild sounds. In band class, if something is funny, we will laugh along with you. We will never, ever laugh at you. I hope to see each and every one of you wanting to participate in our award-winning band program here at Southwest Middle School.
Hi everyone, I am Miss Potts and I'm the chorus teacher here at Southwest. In chorus, we will learn the fundamentals of proper singing techniques, reading music, performance etiquette, and more. The great thing about chorus is that it is offered each semester and anyone can take chorus at any time. A lot of students assume that you must already know how to sing to join chorus. That is false. It is my job to teach you how to sing. So whether you have singing experience already and you want to improve upon your skills, or whether you have no experience, you are welcome to join chorus here at Southwest. If you have experience singing in a chorus in elementary school, you can expect that the chorus experience at Southwest will be pretty similar, except in middle school chorus, we offer different chorus parts to fit different and changing voices. So whether you have a high-pitched voice or a low-pitched voice or something in between, there will always be a place for you in my chorus. Generally speaking, students will be expected to perform at least one time per semester. All in-person concerts and performances are mandatory. Sometimes certain attire for concerts is required. That said, I always aim to keep costs low and I always give students ample time to acquire proper performance attire. All of this information will be listed in the syllabus, which I hand out on day 1 of each semester. Though I don't have any requirements for you to have taken music or chorus before in order to join my class, I do have some requirements for expectations. I expect students to give 100% effort. That means standing up in class every time you come to chorus class and singing. You will be expected to stand up and sing every time you come to class. I expect students to be patient and tolerant of their peers. Students must be willing to take risks. Sometimes singing in front of a crowd can seem scary and daunting, but with supportive peers singing beside you and a teacher who has your best interests at heart, I have no doubt that you will build the confidence and skills necessary to be a brave musician and singer. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me. I can't wait to see all of you in the chorus room.